All right, this is the feedback loop. At the end of every unit, students are going to be asked to take a look at an assignment they did and make some corrections to it, or make some additions to it, or even looking at something else and feedback that I've given them and working on improving it. This is an activity at the end of every unit that every student has to do before I will mark the rest of the unit. So there's a lot of variety because I like giving you guys variety with the feedback loop. You can give me a feedback loop by doing a written response, annotating and resubmitting something that you had already submitted, or just in a quick email or on a Google Doc about something that you had done, like revising and annotating, like how you did. You could make me a video if you really wanted to, and talking about your process and what you will be doing in the future, something that worked for you or even that didn't work for you, like, hey, I'm not going to do that again, right? Or lastly, you could also use feedback from an AI tool that I had created. It's our learning concierge, or you'll see it as our Socratic sandbox. Socratic as in there's a discussion taking place. And I've created some personalities for you to interact with, Phineas and Egbert. So if we go to this Gemini gem, you can interact with this gem for your feedback loop. You can also interact with this gem as well throughout the course as much as you want. And Phineas and Egbert and the gem doesn't write anything for you, and it won't write anything for you, but it gives you a lot of feedback. It'll ask you questions about what you're writing, and you can even put in a paper. Say you wrote an essay or you did a visual response, and you say, hey, I want to talk about my visual response. And they'll interact with you. Sometimes they will say things that are incorrect, and you gotta let them know that they're incorrect. So, for example, I have a student here who submitted an essay. That I'd like to talk about my essay that I wrote on heroic traits, right? And Egbert joins in and says this is what they think the essay is about, right? And they ask some questions, and she responded, it's not really what I'm saying, that he's the ultimate hero. I was explaining that, she was basically defending her answer. And then Phineas will join in as well, and they challenge you to move a little bit further, thinking outside the box or thinking about different perspectives as well. You could also use this A to help you with your writing, or B as a part of your feedback loop. And when you make it to the end of the loop, after a few interactions, right? I'm just gonna Phineas and Egbert. Here we go. You'll be given a little rubric. So you go back and forth, and you would get a rubric that looks like this. Once you say that you're done, they'll be like, okay, you're done. And then they'll give you a little rubric, and then you just take a screenshot and you can send that to me, or you can copy and paste the transcript and you can send that to me as well. But you just need to make sure that if you do take a screenshot of this and send it to me as part of your feedback loop, that when you take the screenshot, I have the entire screen, so that includes the date and time in your bottom right hand corner of your laptop. So have some fun with Phineas and Egbert.